Hey, what's up guys? Mike here with the Daily Carry channel. I just wanted to make a video real quick. I know a lot of you guys, even in the midst of all the things that are going on with our country, still get a chance to see the good in people every so often, and sometimes it's encouraging to share those stories of when people are just exceptionally generous, or they go out of their way to help somebody, and that's just an encouragement, especially in the climate, the political climate that we live in, and just the world that we live in, and that's kind of the story behind this rifle that's here in front of the camera. This is a Sega AK-47 that's been converted. It has the pistol grip, and obviously the trigger group is moved forward. It has a adjustable stock on there. It does still have the Sega sporterized forend, but that doesn't, that's not a big deal. And actually I've been watching some videos on how to change that out. I don't know if I ever will, or if I'll get around to it. I think it would be a fun project to do sometime whenever I get some extra money, but that's not what I want to talk about with this video anyway. This rifle was given to me. As most of you guys know, if you follow my Guitar Mikey 2 channel, you guys know that I am in the ministry, in full-time ministry in the Christian church, and I've worked mostly in youth ministry and then doing worship leading. Well, I recently, about 7 months ago, moved to a new church, and I'm down in Kentucky now. Was in Ohio before, in the Cincinnati area, at a church there for about 12 years total, and obviously built a lot of great relationships at that church. And there's a guy there who was an ex-cop. He was hurt actually on duty, I think, and messed up his shoulder, and was never able to rehabilitate his shoulder enough to pass the physical examinations to be on duty again. So he still worked as a dare officer and some things, but he retired a little early, I believe, and stuff. And this guy and I we were friends, but not too much more than just really acquaintances that would talk, after the service on Sunday or whatever. He really enjoyed the music of the service that I led worship for, and he would always come up and say, thanks for the music today, you guys are awesome, and whatever. It was just very encouraging guy, but kind of quiet, never said much. I did have both of his sons in my youth group. They both moved through the middle school youth group there that I helped with, and so I was able to minister to his family in that way as well. But anyway, I was on the internet earlier last week, and had seen that he had started his own FFL, he called it Hensley Guns and Gear, I believe. And so he had started his own FFL. He doesn't have a storefront or anything yet, but he's running a website and providing people firearms and knives and ammunition, that kind of thing, personal defense items. And so I thought that was really cool, and so I just I emailed him about it, and we started talking. He had no idea that I was a gun person, even though every once in a while from the stage at church, if the women were having like an event, like a women's tea or something, I would always make a joke like, well, while the women are at the tea, then all us guys can get together and clean our guns. stuff like that. But I guess he thought I was just, messing around, which I was, but I guess he never made the connection that I was a gun guy. Because I try not to talk about it too much in that venue, because sheeple can tend to get scared and draw conclusions about you if you're a gun guy, and that's fine or whatever. But I just keep it quiet. But anyway, we were messaging back and forth, and he's like, dude, give me your new address so we can send you a Christmas card, even though it was after Christmas. And so I gave him my address, and got an email from him a couple of days later that said it was the subject line said, "Your lucky day," and he said, "Hey Mike, I've sent you a package to such and such gun store. Make a point to get there tonight before they close. There should be a package there from me for you, waiting on you when you get there." So I mean, I knew it had to be something that was firearms related, at least, because otherwise he would have just sent it to my house. And so I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, the guy has sent me a gun, and so I was just like, dude, that's crazy. And so I went to the gun shop, and I said, told him my name and everything. He said I was supposed to have a package waiting from this guy, and so they looked around, and it was right there on the front counter. It had just been delivered in a long box, and they're like, well, it's a rifle. And they opened it up, and it was this. And they're like, yeah, it's already been paid for. All you got to do is pay the transfer fee, so $30. This is my $30 AK-47. The thing is I had just sold. We've been going through some tough financial times with my family and with the move and that kind of thing, and so I've had to sell all my assault rifles. And I had an AK-47 that I had sold my AR and gotten about $1,000 for it, and that was before all this crazy stuff started happening. And so what I did was I pocketed like $400 of that, and then bought an AK and some ammo, and it was a real nice AK. It was one of those M10s or M&M M10s. It had rails on it and everything, really nice. And got down to it, and I needed to sell that too. And so about a week before the shooting at Sandy Hook, I sold that AK. And so I had told him this story, and he said, I talked to him on the phone after I picked this up, and he's like, man, my heart just broke for you that you're a gun guy and you loved your guns, and you had to sell them. And yeah, I mean, he's like, I felt led to just to send this to you, and I just wanted to bless you. And man, was it ever a blessing? And so anyway, I just wanted to share that story with you guys. I think it's amazing. The guy who sent me this will probably never see this video, and I don't know that I'll ever be able to do anything for him besides say thank you. But man, it just an encouraging story, I think. So anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys. If you know where I can get some ammo, I could use some help on that. So anyways, appreciate you guys watching. Hope everybody's doing well, and I'll talk at you later. God bless.